stadium, their home.
Maybe.
You know, that's how it could work. Anyway, so welcome to Level Up TV at levelupbigame.net with me, Disrepute, and Vorful ClanBase. 26 group stage action in Quake Live TDM. Czech Republic versus Lemmings Effect. Let's have a look at the teams quickly. Krisa, Frag, Flatcheck, and Vision for the Czech team. And for Lemmings Effect, Kinko, Products, Windplane, and Spawns. More? Your feelings going to this first map, Purgatory? Lemmings Effect's map choice?
Well, based on the way I saw Lemmings Effect play this the first time around in their first game, I really can't look beyond them trying to repeat that, and if they are able to, then I don't think the Czech team will be able to handle it. I mean, they were so impressive in that first game against Gentleman Club, but if they can get close to that performance, then I see them winning this.
Any standout performers we should be looking for on either team?
Well, obviously Krisa is the man when it comes to TDM, possibly the best active player at the moment. He is undoubtedly he is their key player, and they're all good players, but they will rely on him to always perform to his best, to make sure that they're playing well as a team. On the other hand, Lemmings Effect, we know that they've got multiple people who can perform at this level. In particular, Spawns and Prod X were very impressive in their first game. Particularly Prod X.
To me, there's a bit of a difference between the teams. The Lemmings Effect kind of across the board have very high level of aim, and the damage output is pretty extreme. The Czechs maybe a little bit more tactically focused.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, they've got some very impressive aimers on the Lemmings Effect team, particularly Prod X with his rail is very, very dangerous. And we've seen that this map can be decided by strong railers at times.
So we do have control now, and we're following Spawns off the start. Spawn right near a teammate, he's just going to follow him round. That's pretty wise kind of tactical play. Not giving away any easy cheap frags because you haven't got a weapon. Spawns with the rocket launcher forcing away his opponents who did have a railgun. And he's going to catch out Flatcheck there, so that's an excellent move he's taken up there. Just got to be careful he doesn't get taken out too easily by the Czech players here. Good amount of damage dished out though.
Just slightly too shallow on that rocket angle. Otherwise he could have hit directly onto Fragma.
Here's Frag. Waiting for that red armor. Why is he running away from it? Completely being caught out by the time. But it's worked out alright in terms of perhaps they've got Windplane with this battlesuit. The quad was nowhere near as well stacked. They've really somehow mounted a massive stack on this battlesuit so early on. And the quad just eliminated, not even by the battlesuit, but by Spawns with the rocket launcher. So Gwynplane moving around the map now. Let's see if he can really utilise this one effectively. He'll be looking to take over some key areas. Flatcheck just bounced inside this red room.
Yeah, and he secured that red. Maybe he could have gone more aggressively towards the rail. Maybe his teammate could have handled the red himself, but it's an even start, despite the battlesuit winning the battle of the power-ups.
Teams are tied.
Just moving around still with the rocket launcher and shotgun as well to work with. The red will be up in a second. Let's see if there's any kind of challenge from the Czechs. Looks like there is actually, but that's just they gave away a frag. You have to do pre-entry damage. I can't understand the idea of just trying to drop in against a weapon like a lightning.
Yeah, because you don't even get the opportunity to deal out any damage when you're just dropping versus lightning gun. You're just dead in the air with no chance at all to do anything.
Good rocket play by Gwynplane, perfectly placed around that rail area. He's going to have to back off quickly though. The 50 isn't up, only 2 health. We want to just pass off a weapon to a teammate who just ran past him though anyway. There's that tempting 50, dangerous area to run into. He's actually railed rather than anything else needed by Krisa. Missing his next shots though. Ellie 8 frags up. It's coming up to power up time now as well.
Yeah, a bit of a mistake there by Krisa as well, perhaps.
I'm going to cycle around and have a look at what spawns as he moves back into the red. Look at his LG, that's insanely good accuracy. 52%! What?
Yeah, and he's been picking up kills elsewhere on the map with it as well.
They're going to miss out on the power-ups though. Frag with the battle suit. Codex with his first impressions of the map. 100% rail, 41% LG, 60% rail. It's disgustingly good accuracies across the board there. And he's just got his quad damage, no threat from battlesuit, mega in hand now, he can just run the map. Oh wait, the battlesuit did get eliminated. Until then.
It did then, that was some pretty accurate plasma gun.
Yeah, still 42% plasma. Actually taken out point blank range shotguns by the quad. Never going to come out top there. That's some excellent rating by product.
Still hitting 100% with 3 impressives. Doesn't want to risk missing there, it looked like.
Should be playing for percentages, right, Paul?
Oh yeah, it's what counts at the end of the day.
When you've got players that hit just such high accuracies and just dominate across the board.
Such high accuracies as in every rail.
Yes, every rail. 41% lightning gun. His plasma's higher than his lightning gun though. 42%. Yep. I mean, you're looking at 18% and most people will have plasma. Maybe even lower. 42% is pretty much unheard of. I mean, I doubt he's used it that much yet, but we did see him take out a battlesuit with it. Mega up in a second for products. Just moving around. They're not inside the red room at the moment though.
No, but they don't need to be until it's actually coming up, do they? They don't want to waste their time in that room. Good ambush with the plasma.
Again, he's up to 43%.
Still 100% on the rail. 9 shots hit.
Wow, this is one of those moments. I kind of want to switch away to see what else is going on, but you can't switch away really, can you? Not when a player's hitting this well. A few seconds to go before the power-ups to see if he's going to actually turn up to them. He might not be able to get in on this one. Vision going down. The battlesuit is picked by Spawn, so a free battlesuit run across the map in the hands of Lemmings. They're really taking advantage of these power-ups now they can. Spawn's his exceptional LG run continues, 52% still got. As his opponent again checks out flat check pretty comfortably. Just finishes off that run with another kill. Good bit of LG just to finish off his opponent. Needed the help of Kinku though. Still 51% LG.
Yep, and we are up to a 30 frag difference so early in the game. Not quite as rapidly done as against Gentleman Club, but still incredibly impressive so far from Lemmings Effect.
Oh, that's great dodging as well from Chris's rocket. Chris maybe is being just a bit screwed. Hit those rockets either. Gets a good spawn for the kill there. We're on to Gwynplaine's point of view. Who's hitting 42% LG, 60 rail himself, 40% MG. These stats are just incredible. 3 of their players at least are hitting the best stats you could possibly hit, pretty much.
And I don't imagine Kinko's far behind either. He's a very strong aimer as well.
Let's switch round to another quick look. 43% LG. Well, you can see right here, I mean, this kind of map is suited towards high aim kind of play, as something like Hidden Fortress would be as well. It's a little bit more tactical, perhaps.
There's more to do on that, sure.
But there's a lot of open zones, a lot of fighting and aggression. 30 frags is the margin now, 6 minutes 40 into the map. We've got the power-ups coming up soon. Still following Kinku, in fact. Battlesuit up any second. Frag, easy pick up a quad. It might even be a double power-up coming up here. No, Kinku does come out top, but I'm going to switch back to the quad though. He's going to grab himself a red arm. He's going to have the lightning gun. He has pretty good stats himself. 66 rail, 32 LG is not too bad either. He's just going to wait.
Looks like just wants to ambush, but maybe he needs to be a bit more proactive. I mean, his team are losing significantly. He needs the frags.
Takes out products. He did do a little bit of damage with the rocket, but not too much.
Just a scratch.
Move around a little bit quicker here. Maybe pick up more frags. Looking to double up on the red. Well, he is doing, and now he's going to move out, try and go aggressive. He can just drop it down at perfect timing to get that frag. Gwynplaine gets caught out. I think he took a rocket from somewhere else at the same time there. maybe low. Products caught out. This is a good run for Fragma here.
Will be another red for Fragma to take, so if they want to come back into this game, they're at least making a solid platform to build from.
Been caught out by a good rail drop there, though he didn't take too much damage actually from that one.
Just not hitting his shots really, you know, if you compare the efficiency of kills, you know, from Lemmings effect to the Czech team, it's just, there's no comparison really.
Excellent.
That is the difference when you get at that upper level, especially the absolute top players just kill so efficiently they barely take any damage. It means they can survive longer.
Yeah, because
more kills up.
We've just seen some pretty good work from the Czechs at the red, but it hasn't affected the score. So it just means that, you know, despite that, elsewhere on the map they are losing their battles. So they really need to try and get that red more involved in those battles elsewhere on the map. You know, at the rail, maybe at the mega. But I think the rail needs to be a real concern when we're seeing just how effective Lemmings effect make use of it.
Following flat check, he's hitting some nice stats as well. 54% LG for him. He's got plasma in hand and hitting 18% with that. That's pretty more normal kind of thing. So with the battle suit, Products with the quad. I'm going to switch back to Products with that quad. He's going to catch out his opponent. They're waiting. They're yellow. Look, they're tempting. Oh my god, brilliant rockets! Oh, misses the rail shot at all the times you'd expect him not to miss a rail there. He does do. Takes out Frag, point blank range. I'm going to switch back to Black Check with this battle suit. That's one Frag to his name. Spawns suit to follow teammate support. And that is the end of the power-ups run. It's great rockets though, straight away on that battle suit through the telly, wasn't it?
Yep. Kind of took a lot of his momentum away, and you can still see that the battlesuit, even after the quad had expired, really wasn't able to make much of an impact. The score does remain heavily in Lemmings effect's favour.
We are coming to the halfway stage of the match. It's not been a rapid pace to this match. It seems like the Czechs have just been bullied out of really challenging this red area too much. They've taken their opportunities to grab them, but they haven't been able to force in against Ellie, and that's just got to be down to the aim levels.
Exactly, when you're going up against players that even if they're in a disadvantaged position, if they have any weapon, you know, it's so hard to do anything against them if they're hitting all their shots.
You're hitting some nice bit of LG there as well.
But as it is in this game, you know, Lemmings effect, significant aim advantage that we've seen so far, and they're taking more items. They're taking more of every item.
Let's have a look on the scoreboard while we got breaking play. He's got a Balzu actually. Vision. Trying to deal some damage out. He's got caught in the back though. He started off quite well, but
yeah, he hit a couple of shots, but he needed to hit more.
Double power up. Kinku and Spawns with those pickups. Let's follow Spawns, got a nice stack on him with the battle suit.
Yeah, now has a rocket launcher as well to make him even more dangerous.
Taking out Chris to switch back to the quad, who's attacking this red room, comes out on top with the shotgun. He's got 2 frags on the board, Kinku. Rushing around, going to catch out his opponent there, is he? Who had the railgun, just going to have to do a run. Switch back to the battlefield for the last few seconds. He does take out Flat Check. And it's, you know, close to a 50 frag margin for.
Yeah, it's pretty much dead as a contest. It's only now whether or not Lemmings effect will hit the mercy limit. Perhaps they're not quite as ruthless as they were against Gentleman Club, where, you know, they took advantage on the map and then they never let Gentleman Club recover. But then again, maybe you can give some credit to the Czech team that even though they're being totally bullied off, well, mauled, yeah, bullied off every major item, you know, they're at least able to recover to some extent that, you know, they haven't been mercy limited at this stage.
Yeah, I mean, they really haven't had too much to work with, or any opportunity to get to back off and really stack up. There's a few seconds to go before Krissa can pick up any items here. His stats, even his stats, a world-class player like Krissa, nowhere near that of the Lemmings effect. Obviously, they're always going to be lowered a bit when you're coming up against such high aim across the board. That's a great bit of plasma, though. And that's a superb frag on Kinku.
Krissa isn't player that relies on his aim though, but in this game he's certainly not having anywhere near a good game by his standards. I mean, he's not even close to being top of the damage output on his team, as we regularly see, and his net -14.
Yeah, that's quite a surprise for someone of his caliber, and his consistency as well.
Well, exactly. Even in games where they do lose, you know, we always see a good performance from him.
Frag picking up that quad for the checks. Batsuit's still stationary on his spot. Spawn's managed to grab that one. Could get taken out here though. Low health, only 12 health on the board. Going to pick up the fight. I'm going to switch back to the quad, who does know where he is, presumably. He's going to take out the Batsuit, is he? Surely. And 3 frags in quick succession. That's 4 frags on the board. He's got a couple of excellents as well. Now that one, another frag there for Fragma. 6 frags in that run. Excellent quad run.
Yeah, very nice. There could be hope for the Czech team yet.
I think they need a few more of those kind of runs. You do it once.
Exactly, we know they're capable of doing it. It's just Lemmings Effect have made such an unbelievable start, and they dominated the first half of this map.
Products now hit 62%, right? Still up at 41% LG, 41% machine gun. Just waiting to ambush anybody coming through that teleporter. Waiting on this yellow. It should be up in a couple of seconds. The lower yellow on our timer board on the left. I'm going to cycle away from him though. Switch around to Chrissa. See if he can do anything to bring this back. Fighting around the rail position. Just gets railed in the back there and countered up the bounce pad.
And that's not a good sign that from how far away you got hit by the rail and then a shotgun on top of that bounce pad, that means Lemmings Effect have good presence all over the map.
It's now 40 frag margin though, so slowly, ever so surely coming back a little bit the way of the checks. 20 seconds before quad. It's about a 5 to 6 second gap between the two power-ups. Batchick just moving in, stealing away that rail from his opponents, but they already had one. Products. Not the greatest rocket spam I've ever seen. I'm surprised he didn't go for a wall shot there. 10th impressive, straight out of the bounce pad. Frag instantly eliminated, actually by his teammate on the quad pickup. And Spawn's now with a pretty comfortable battlesuit pickup.
And he has that lightning gun now as well, and a rocket launcher, so very dangerous. It needs to be avoided at all costs.
I mean, don't forget, you pick up a lot of frags with lightning gun, and just because you don't get an extra damage boost with battlesuit doesn't mean you shouldn't give the battlesuit the lightning gun. Which is exactly what they did there. Haven't used it yet though, just utilising the rocket launcher. Good spam rocket, almost connected with his opponent dropping down. Well predicted, didn't quite work out. And it does get caught out just rushing that bounce pad against 2 opponents.
Yeah, I think he would have rather have been doing that while he had the battlesuit. Some time remaining on that battlesuit still.
It must be a difficult situation if you're the Czech team now. You see the score gap, you feel like it's very hard to really get anything going in this game because you just get out-aimed when you have a big fight. I mean, what do you tell yourself at this point?
I think they just need to try and band together more in the key areas. I mean, they have to accept that they can't play an expansive game against people who are aiming this well. And they just need to keep things a lot closer. And we're used to seeing that from them, but you know, they are getting isolated a lot, like we just saw then. Flatcheck with his rail just taken out, and then Fragma comes in behind him, killed as well on his own. That's not going to help you bring the game back at all. Going into intervention, you know, they'll have to have that in their mind as well. I mean, intervention is a map where lightning gun and rail aim in particular counts for a hell of a lot, and we've already seen that Lemmings Effect certainly have strong lightning and railgun.
Railplay from Paradise. Body is up on its spot. Just going defensive with those rail shots. They're both synced up again then. Chrissa with this battlesuit, see what he can do. Not too much armor to work with. Switch around to the quad. The quad's going to come through the teleporter. The battlesuit had moved away, and he's just going to have to do a runner. Look at this though. Kinky just picking up so many frags here. He's going to pick up. Oh, runs out of ammo. He does pick up 4 frags though. And I mean, I'm all for surviving with the battlesuit, but actually, I was thought that the main priority of the battle is to stop the team.
Yeah, you need to form a human, well, probably not a human, but a shield of sorts, you know, for your team against the quad.
I mean, we saw Chris survive, he escaped, but the rest of his team seemed to stick around and just die to the quad. Really didn't make too much sense. It is a massive frag margin now, 60 frags. The mercy limit would be 80. We've got 2 minutes remaining. I'm not sure they're going to hit the mercy limit.
No, they'd really need to accelerate the scoring. I think they're capable of doing it, but probably will see the full 20 minutes played. And yet again, this is another dominant performance on Purgatory for Lemmings Effect. This will be a map that teams perhaps look to avoid against some upcoming games.
I've seen a lot of products. Let's switch on to a Gwynplaine. His accuracy with the rails lowered a little bit since we were last with him. 42.
And he's only hitting 38 LG. I mean, it's quite low for this team.
Yeah, he dropped. 38 LG is high, by the way. Anyway, it's not really well. We're talking 40s is exceptional. I mean, that's the best players in the world hit that. Well, it's almost 70 frags now, Vor. We've got 1 minute left, 3 seconds until both power-ups spawn. There they are, both up. Krista, though, with that quad. They've done well on the power-up still, despite the massive frag gap.
Yeah, they have given up double power-up, I think, twice, but generally their play hasn't been poor, by any means.
43% LG there. The spawn's coming up against the quad here. Krista just locks on.
Yeah, and there's nowhere to go, especially when you're in the water. It totally changes the way you can dodge.
I mean, this has been a dominating display, but let's remember, this is LE's best map, and they are one of the best teams on it so far that we've seen. Intervention, classic map. I'm not sure they really have that much experience on it. And I'm not sure they'll be anywhere near as strong on that map as they are on this.
But a lot of what makes them strong on this map will apply to Intervention as well. I mean, can you imagine someone like Spawns perhaps playing the role of going between the Lightning Gun and the Mega Health? I mean, that'll be extremely dangerous to the Czech team. Strong railers as well. We know that there's countless different rail angles you can make use of on Intervention. So, you know, I don't know how familiar they are with the map as a whole, but I certainly think aspects of it will play to their strengths.